Good evening, everybody. There are unconfirmed reports of a mass shooting at a country club in Nashua, New Hampshire. And WCVB Boston is saying that there are multiple gunshot victims at the Sky Meadow Country Club in Nashua, and that two suspects fled the scene. Two suspects fled the scene, according to WCVB.
Medical
So
aid service call.
give
93
me a moment
Portland
here.
Road, Nashua Airport, Cross Street University Drive, gated at dead end. ALS alone. Medical aid service call. 93 Perimeter Road, Nashua Airport, Cross Street University Drive, gated at dead end. ALS alone. Chill 6, 2031.
Give me one moment. I am just getting everything set up here. But again, WCVB Boston says multiple people have been shot and that two armed suspects fled the scene and are considered dangerous. This is the Sky Meadow
Nashua
Country
Fire
Club.
Alarm, Holiday 1.
Sky Meadow Country Club.
Holiday 1.
And I also want to get our ticker up.
We've been released from the scene. We're returning to Hollis.
Holiday 1, you're released from the scene. You're in service. 2033.
Multiple people have been reportedly shot at Sky Meadow Country Club in Nashua, New Hampshire. WCVB reports two armed suspects fled the scene. Scanner via broadcastify.com. Scanner via broadcastify.com. Sorry, I'm just getting the ticker up. If you give me a moment here. I can go back and try to listen on the scanner previously. I just found out about this. Yeah, I don't know how many people.
Fire Alarm 12. We were put back in service.
So WMUR says multiple people were shot at the country club and two suspects fled the scene. That's according to Nashua police. And these are considered a threat to the public. So I'm going to change this headline to multiple reported shot at country club in Nashua, NH. Give me one moment here. I got to set a couple things up for myself. Just hang on a second. Thanks for your patience. Hang on a moment. Just getting everything set up here. Just give me a moment. Thanks for your patience. If I get a live shot, I'll let you know. Again, WMUR says multiple shot. Oh, now Steve Cooper posted, sorry, BNO News is saying one suspect in custody, one still at large. That's according to BNO News. Now they said the police said that. Has the police posted about it? Yes, breaking news. I have the post from the police. Here it is. Here it is. Hold on. Let me put it on the screen for you. Wait 1 second. Give me 1 second. Here is what the police have just announced. The Nashua Department of Police is currently investigating an incident at Sky Meadow Country Club involving multiple gunshot victims. There are 2 armed suspects that have fled the area. One suspect has been detained and the other suspect is still at large. Anyone with information is encouraged to contact the Nashua Police Department. So multiple shot at Country Club in Nashua, New Hampshire. One suspect, well, that's 2. Nashua, New Hampshire. Just going to leave it like this. And let me just clarify this. Hang on. Multiple people have been shot at Sky Meadow Country Club in Nashua, New Hampshire. Police say two armed suspects fled the area. And one has been detained.
T1 and fire alarm on channel 1.
And one is still at large.
T1 on channel 1.
Any inquiries from media, send them to the parking lot at 98 Spitbrook Road. That's where we'll have them gather. 98 Spitbrook Road, the parking lot right there.
Message received, T1. We'll relay the information.
All right, hang on a moment here. Let me go back to the map. Why is that all weird? Oh, here we go. Sky Meadow Country Club. I have no idea how many people were shot. I will let you know as soon as I hear. Multiple gunshot victims at a country club. 2 armed suspects fled the area. 1 has been detained. 1 is still at large. I'm going to see if New Hampshire State Police, do they have anything on their scanner maybe?
Fire alarm Mailer 10.
Let's see here. I can put on a second scanner.
Fire alarm Mailer 10.
Sorry?
10, just confirming you're at Deerhaven Drive.
Negative. We're at Dunstable Command.
Proceed.
What?
Go ahead, 11.
On scene at the airport.
On scene at the airport. ELS 6. Fire alarm calling BLS 6.
BLS 6.
BLS 6 respond in service call. Correction, still alarm to 12 Deerhaven Drive. Repeat, 12 Deerhaven Drive.
Received. We're in route.
I am
What's
still
your
okay. Hold on.
2041?
WMUR. Sorry.
Survive FM 917.
WMUR says at least one person has life-threatening injuries and several others were injured and it is unknown if they were shot. But they also say that, police say that multiple people were shot. That's from police. Police said multiple gunshot victims and 2 armed suspects, and one of the 2 is in custody.
Medical aid. Spitbrook Road, Roby Park. Cross Street, Oak Hill Lane and East Dunstable Road. ALS 10. Medical aid. Spitbrook Road, Roby Park. Cross Street, Oak Hill Lane and East Dunstable Road. ALS 10. 1951.
Call for the barracks.
Oh, sorry, I have a typo. I'll fix the typo. Don't have an exact number shot at this point. Trying to get more information.
Medical aid. 6mo Street, Cross Street, Conant Road and Rocky Hill Drive. ALS 12. Medical aid. 6mo Street, Cross Street, Conant Road and Rocky Hill Drive. ALS 12. Channel
Let me
6.
see
2043.
if on flight radar there's anything going on there on flight radar. Hang on a moment here. I am seeing, yes. All right, so here is Flight Radar 24. There's Nashua. There is a state police helicopter on the way right there. State police helicopter. I'm seeing that. Oh, you can't see it. Sorry, hang on.
Medical aid. Service call. 12 Deer Haven Drive, Cross Street, Catalina Lane and Catalina Lane. BLS 6. Medical aid. Service call. 12 Deer Haven Drive, Cross Street, Catalina Lane and Catalina Lane. BLS 6. Channel 6. 2006.
You can message me on X at Lookner if you're hearing more. Again, it's just unclear what the nature of this incident is, how many have been shot. The police say that multiple people have been shot. There were 2 armed suspects who fled, and one of them is in custody. And there's one at large.
P12, you're responding.
WMUR says at least one person has life-threatening injuries.
Alarm nail is 11.
Go for 11.
Helicopter is about 7 minutes away.
Received, we're on you.
Are they talking about this helicopter, the state police helicopter? I don't know. I don't know if there was an event going on tonight at public events. Let me just see. I'm looking at the country club schedule. So today is the 20th. There's no public event on their calendar on their website. Maybe there was a private event going on. I just checked. I just checked the schedule for the public events. Let me also check ADSB Exchange and see if they have any different helicopters up there. It's another. We were just on Flight Radar 24, which is a great flight tracker. ADSB Exchange is also excellent. It's the same one, New Hampshire State Police. I'm not seeing any other on ADSB Exchange. Some of our viewers claim it was a wedding. That I am not sure. Some of our viewers are saying that. I don't know for sure. I mean, it's a nighttime at a country club, so. What I can do in a second is maybe go back on the scanner and listen to the scanner replay, which might give us some extra information. Some of you might have already done that. Let me just pull up here. Let me just see something here. Because maybe they had a bunch on the scanner. I don't know. Maybe I'll try to do that. All right, give me a second here. What I'm going to do is hold on. Oh, give me 1 second. Hold on 1 second here. Hold on. That's not helpful. I'm going to see if we can go and find it. I'm going to play, this is going to be confusing. I'm going to play some of the scanner replay in addition to the live scanner and just see what we hear. See if you hear it, I heard.
Command the ladder 2C.
Hold on. I don't want to do it this way. I want to do it a different way.
9-3.
Different way. Give me also if I get a live shot, I will certainly bring that to you. I don't have a live shot right now. Let me do this.
Command the ladder 2C.
This is all live, the scanner right now.
Go ahead. When you get to the station, look for Officer Stone, and she'll know the individual with the keys.
CBS.
We got him. We'll be up in a minute. Thank you.
Oh, hey guys, I have an update for you. CBS Boston says American Medical Response said ambulance company says they are transporting multiple patients, but they could not confirm how many. So we don't have numbers yet. This helicopter is flying around here. The country club is here, Sky Meadow Country Club. Sky Meadow Country Club in Nashville, New Hampshire.
Headquarters checking 801.
Oh, there's something else I want to check here as well. Hang on a second here. I had another thought as we try to get information here. I might try to replay the scanner shortly. Just give me a second here. Thanks for your patience. Nothing there. One of our viewers sent me a link to a web page which appears to show that there was a wedding going on there tonight. Thanks to our viewer for sending that. I am not going to, in the interest of privacy, I'm not going to repost it. But there is a web page which suggests that there was a wedding going on. There might have been multiple events going on there. But I have one web page that a viewer sent that suggests there is a wedding that was going on there tonight. I cannot confirm that it was a wedding reception. Let me real quick, go through the scanner replay and see what we hear on the scanner. I'm going to quickly just kind of skim through the scanner and see if I can pull up anything from before, which might be confusing. I'm just going to kind of go through here. Hold on.
Ambulance 6 is on
6 Mountain Laurel Drive. Sky Meadow Drive at the dead end.
This is all from
A
before.
Country Club and Clubhouse. Cross Street West 10. Medical 8. 10.
Again, I know it's a bit confusing, but I'm just trying to go through the scanner and replay some of the earlier stuff to see if we can get some more information. Not much on the live scanner right now.
Okay, 10, your second AOS. Please review the call notes.
Sky Meadow Drive and the dead end. C4. Medical aid. 6 Mountain Laurel Club and Clubhouse. Cross Street C4. 24.
Fire alarm answering.
Again, this is from
Medical aid.
before.
6 Mountain Laurel Meadow Country Club and
We have 2 responding. We are on channel 9 with C4 monitoring.
This is the
Laurel
earlier
Drive.
feed.
Sky Meadow Country Club and Clubhouse. Cross Street, Sky Meadow Drive, and the dead. Special has 1924.
And NTV Zimmerman route.
They keep talking about the country club.
Released by command and service.
Police by command in service 2053.
Right, hang on.
Let me listen on your stage. Listener.
Alarm Channel 6. The trauma Alpha for Southern gunshot wounds to the compromised
hold on.
New Hampshire.
All right. Some of this is replay. I'm replaying the scanner. This is a replay from before.
5-year-old male. Gunshot wound to the face. You have a compromise at this point.
Let's hear that again.
Trauma Alpha for Southern New Hampshire. 35-year-old male. Gunshot wound to the face. You have a compromise at this point. And we're still waiting on the LS.
So that was a scanner traffic from before where they talked about somebody being shot in the face, a 35-year-old male, but I'm not positive it's from this incident. It comes from the time where they were talking about this incident on the scanner, but I can't be positive that was about
AOS
this.
9 or AOS 10, which one's closer to respond? We're on scene. Where's the Spivak Road Fire Station? Repeating. Station 3 Fire Station at Spivak Road.
9 copy, Spivak Road Fire Station.
Alright, 9, you're going to redirect Spivak Road Fire Station.
Okay, that's what.
Status 3, we take a message. We have notified the hospital. AOS 9.
9 copy, Spivak Road.
Alright, now you're responding on field alarm. So
And we are on scene.
okay, 9, you're on scene. Hospitals are notified.
Otter 3 to fire alarm. Also need a second ALS to Station 3 for a second patient. Laceration to the left arm.
Steve Letter 3. We're going to notify Station 8. You're in service. Can you hit
Spivak Road Fire Station.
So again, I've just been trying to, let me check and see if I have any updates for you. I've just been trying to play some of the previous scanner traffic to see if we had any new updates. Oh, I'm sorry. What happened? Did the state police helicopter land maybe? Because there was a state police helicopter up. Maybe that landed. I don't have numbers of people shot and if anybody was dead. Multiple people were shot at this country club. Apparently there was a wedding but going on there tonight. But I'm not positive this was at the wedding, but it certainly seems like it might have been. And we're waiting. We're trying to get you more information here. Web page.
Command to EMS 1.
A web page saying there was a wedding tonight at the country club, but it is not
You confirm how many ALS units you have down there at the station?
confirmed. The shooting happened at a wedding.
4. Receive, thank you.
This is live scanner.
826 on headquarters.
ALS is advanced life support.
On your channel coverage.
So again, there was a wedding going on at that country club tonight, according to a webpage a viewer sent me, but I'm not going to talk about the names of the people. I can't confirm this happened at the wedding, but police are confirming that multiple people have been shot and one suspect is still on the run.
Just confirming which ALS unit you have.
2 suspects fled the scene. 1 is on the run. Why there are 2 suspects, I have no idea. I don't know if those suspects were firing at each other or if there was some kind of an attack on the wedding.
Brookline, Milford.
If this was a wedding,
Receive, thank you.
why would there be 2 armed suspects? I'm going to check in a second. I'm going to check the let me check the scanner replay again. Let's see what we hear.
Working on it. We have multiple casualties.
Okay, that was.
We're working on it. We have multiple casualties.
This is the scanner replay, and I believe that's them talking about the incident, saying multiple casualties.
Received.
ALS 10.
I'll take the Sky Meadow or the fire station.
8, what's the location?
Last station.
Super Fire Station. ALS 8, on to Sky Meadow Country.
Fire 3, fire line. Notifications. We can use them at the firehouse.
Returning to your town. Thank you for your response.
Hold on. Again, I'm playing some of the scanner replay.
Ladder 3.
Is St. Louis and Hospital adequate for you guys? Center, 2059.
That's live scanner right there. The Nashua police says the Sheraton Hotel at 11 Tara Boulevard will be utilized as the Reunification site. Please do not respond to the country club at this time, okay? So the Sheraton Hotel is the Reunification site. They're saying don't go to the country club. So where is the Sheraton Hotel? 11 Tara Boulevard, Sheraton, Nashua. Okay, so there's the country club, and the Sheraton Nashua is over here. So they want people to reunify at the Sheraton, which is over here, and they do not want people going to the country club, which is about a mile away, which is here. That was just posted by police. All right? To repeat, police say there were multiple people shot, and at least there were 2 suspects, armed suspects, who fled, and 1 was in custody and 1 was not in custody, and is considered dangerous. We do not know how many people were shot. We don't know their conditions. An online website says there was a wedding there tonight. I do not know that the shooting happened at the wedding. I am also going through the scanner replay to try to find information from earlier.
Requesting the trauma alpha to be at Southern New Hampshire.
Okay, correction. Southern New Hampshire. You have engine 3 redirecting to your location.
This is the
Ladder
replay of
3.
the scanner.
We have Southern New Hampshire. Being alert.
Clear ALS and engine 3 on scene.
Fire alarm ALS 8.
ALS 8.
Confirm the destination we're heading to right now.
You're going to be heading to staging around 6 Mount Laurel Drive. That's repeating 6 Mount Laurel Drive.
6 Mount Laurel Drive.
All right, we'll show you responding.
10 is on scene.
10, you're on scene.
11-2 calling.
Ladder 2.
You want us in the hazards going to 6 Mount Laurel?
At this time, stand by.
C4, ladder 2, come down to Roby Park.
That's it.
Fire alarm received.
I want Station 3 to be a call, Channel 6, and then I want Mountain Laurels to move to Channel 7.
3 on Channel 6, Mount Laurel.
C4 to Engine 3, establish Spitbrook Road Command.
Fire alarm from engine 3. It'll be Spitbrook Road Command.
3 of Spitbrook Road Command.
C4 to fire alarm.
Entering C4 on Channel 7.
I'll be establishing Mountain Laurels Command on Channel 7.
You have command on Channel 7, 1938. Answering C4.
Ability to put just my radio through.
Nope, I will any companies that want on Channel 7.
So far, we haven't heard that much on this is a fire scanner. It's not a police scanner. So we haven't heard that much information on that scanner replay. I do have the scanner on live as well. So it's just unclear right now what exactly has happened. So we're waiting to get more information. Oh, hold on a second here. What is this? One of our viewers said there were several weddings going on at that location.
9-2 headquarters.
9-3.
I know there's at least one. Again, you can write to me at Lookner on X if you're hearing more. Yeah, I am seeing, I do not have the rights to it. WMUR is showing a helicopter shot, and they just showed what looked like an officer with a long gun going into some sort of building. Oh, I think it might be this building right here, actually. Again, I can't steal the WMUR helicopter shot, but they seem to show they just showed a person, an officer with a long gun walking into here, I think it was. Zoe sent me a post from Reddit that supposedly said what happened, but again, I can't be clear that that's accurate, but we didn't we hear on the scanner that somebody had been shot in the head or shot in the face? I thought we did at some point, because on Reddit, some people are claiming that that happened as well. Oh, hold on. I might have a live feed coming up. I might have one I can show you. I'm getting a feed. Oh, I don't know if I can use it, though. I can't use it at the moment. If I get a feed that I can show you, I will show it to you. I'm trying to. Well, what is this? Hold on. Give me a second here. What is this? All right. Hang on a moment. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Hold on. Oh, it's not an update yet. There's maybe an update coming up. Give me a second here. One moment. One moment. I'm listening to a witness. One moment. I just heard an interview with a witness, which I can't steal the video, but it was a witness it was either a witness or somebody who had talked to a witness who said a man in black started shooting. That's the little bit I heard, is that a man in black started shooting. Okay, so I can tell you that. I just wanted to get that for you. If I do get a live shot that I can show you, I will certainly show it to you. And I very well might. I just don't want to have one at the moment. But that person I heard talking was a guy, and he said he had heard or he had seen that a man in black started shooting. A man in black. Okay, so again, we're trying to get you more updates here. We have the scanner on. We have two scanners on, but I'm not really hearing much on the scanners at the moment. I've been going back through the scanner replay and hadn't heard that much on there that was very informative. I did hear an interview a minute ago or two, where somebody was claiming that a man in black started shooting.
Let
me show you again where this took place. Hold on. I'm just checking a lot of different sources here. Hang on.
ALS 12 fire alarm.
ALS 12.
We're transporting to St. Joe's.
One to St. Joe's, 2109. Okay, again, if I have a live shot that I can show you, I will bring it to you. I don't have access to one right now. WMUR is showing a helicopter above the scene. Waiting for more details. Police say multiple people were shot at this country club, Sky Meadow Country Club in Nashua, New Hampshire. One witness or someone who talked to a witness that I heard said a man in black started shooting. Police said there were 2 armed suspects who fled and that one was in custody. I don't have numbers on how many people were shot. It's possible this was at a wedding. An online website shows a wedding that was scheduled for there. Maybe there were multiple events scheduled for there tonight. Oh, also, let me show you what's going on with Flight Radar. Flight Radar 24. There's Nashua, and you can see there's a helicopter here. which is New Hampshire State Police. And then there is, that's probably a news helicopter there. It says TV, the one doing the live shot. So there is the country club right there. It's actually right near the Massachusetts border. Look at that. Right there, right near the Massachusetts border. So you have this New Hampshire State Police helicopter circling above it, and a news helicopter circling nearby to get a live shot. I have two different scanners on right now. And I'm hoping at some point to be able to get a live shot, but I don't have access to one yet. I can only use what I have the rights to. Give me one moment here. But very little on the scanner right now. And I see two helicopters, a state police one and a TV helicopter. That is the one, I presume, giving the overhead shot right there. And that is the country club. You can see right in there. Police did say that multiple people had been shot. Hang on, I'm going to try to pull something up here. Give me one moment. Thanks for your patience. Where is this? I just checked the Boston Globe. They do not have really anything new on their site.
Okay, so WMUR says one person had life-threatening injuries with a gunshot wound. Okay, hold on a second. WMUR says one person with a gunshot wound had life-threatening injuries. At least a half a dozen other people were taken to hospitals with injuries that were not gunshot related, sources said. Many were injured in the chaos of the shooting. Okay? So they're saying...
Oh, we're out at St. Joe's, 2.3.
2.3.
They're saying one person with life-threatening injuries was taken to a hospital, and they say at least a half a dozen others were taken to hospitals with injuries that were not gunshot related. Many were injured in the chaos of the shooting. So, police said multiple people were shot. Maybe it'll turn out that one person was shot. That would be better than multiple people shot. So I want to put that in our ticker. WRMUR reports one person with a gunshot wound has life-threatening injuries, and at least 6 others were taken to hospitals with non-gunshot injuries. And they say many were injured in the chaos of the shooting. One of our viewers, 1,000 miles away, says they seem to always say more than one shooter, then change to one shooter only. It could turn out to be one shooter, or maybe not. They had said that 2 armed suspects fled. But again, WMUR in New Hampshire says at least one shot. That's what they're saying. Police said multiple shot. Well, I'm going to now change this to shooting at a country club, because I don't know. Maybe the police will end up saying it wasn't multiple shot. The police said multiple were shot. Waiting to hear more from police as well. Intel Point Alert pointed out that 45 minutes ago, a journalist with WMUR said one person was dead, but the current WMUR report does not reflect that. Yes, the information can change with a shooting like this. Let's hope the numbers go down. Thank you to all of our moderators who are here as we bring you live coverage. Let me just, I was replaying some of the earlier scanner traffic. Let me just replay a little more of that earlier scanner traffic.
This is earlier on the
You
scanner.
have the ability to put just my radio through?
That's correct. I will put.
Just to see what
I
we
can
heard.
pass channel 10 for any companies that want on channel 7.
Again, this is earlier on the scanner.
Brook Road fires cross street Oracle Drive 8. 19
You also have channel 10 pass.
Just skimming
ALS
through.
11. Channel 6. 1941.
I'm just skimming through to see.
That they are going to walk to Spitbrook Road. If we can have a couple officers in the Bearcat are going to escort them out, they're causing a massive problem inside here. So they're going to all walk to Spitbrook Road. They might not to get in their cars.
That's from earlier.
Bearcat's already gone to wound. I need a full units to escort these folks out.
They have to go to sitting ducks in here. If we could have a couple of patrol officers just walk them, but they need to get off the premises.
They're trying. That's from when they were trying to get people out of the area. It sounded like. Again, that's from earlier.
You guys can get me one more officer to the front door. We'll start escorting these folks out.
I'm entering Spitbrook Road Command.
Show ALS 9 transporting a trauma team Alpha to Southern. 3 members on board.
3 members on board en route to Southern Hampshire Medical Center, 1940.
I'm in 6 on seat.
The 4 stage at 6 Mount Laurel Drive. To the man.
Your stage.
Mount Laurel's command the fire alarm.
Fire alarm entering command.
Has anybody seen a 9-year-old girl?
Fire alarm entering Mount Laurel's command.
You to start sending me ALS units. At least 5.
Hold on.
Repeating, you need at least 5 additional ALS units.
Received.
This is from earlier.
To what location?
That's from earlier.
We're at East Dunstable and Roby Park.
All right, we'll activate the statewide mobilization unit.
Get me the chief officer, send them to this location as well.
Requesting Chief Officer, 1945. And go ahead.
Yeah, the 9-year-old girl. They didn't say a 9-year-old girl had been shot. They were trying at that point. They were trying to evacuate people. They were trying to evacuate people, and I'm guessing somebody was looking for a 9-year-old girl. They didn't say that a 9-year-old girl had been shot.
PD on channel 10, turning over channel 10.
Received.
If I remember right, we just listened to it a little while ago. I believe there was one point on the scanner replay where they said somebody had been shot in the face, but we couldn't tell if it was about this incident or not. I think they said a 35-year-old male, if I have that right. So it very well might be from this incident, but I just replayed the first half, well, the half hour of the scanner that a lot of people have been replaying, and it didn't tell us that much. Also, were victims people who were guests? Were victims people who were working there? Don't know. One shooter. Breaking news, there was only one shooter and there's no danger to the public. Breaking news, I'm going to show you this right now. Breaking news, one shooter, no danger to the public. Hold on, I'm trying to get this on the screen here. There it is. Video surveillance has confirmed that there was one shooter and they are currently being detained. The scene is still in an active investigation, but there is no further danger to the public. That was just posted. That is good news. So let me update my ticker here. The lone suspect, the lone shooter, there was one shooter and that person is in custody.
Automobile accident. 4 East of Brook Road, Old Navy Clothing Company. Street Daniel Webster Highway and a dead end. Engine 2. Matter 1, ALS 11, automobile accident. 4 East Brook Road, Old Navy Clothing Company, Cross Street, Daniel Webster Highway at a dead end. Engine 2, Matter 1, ALS 11, Channel 2, 2125.
We're on this expressway. We're not able to go on this car accident. Proceed.
So, again, hold on. There was one shooter. Hang on a moment. I think I'm frozen. I think my camera is frozen. Give me a second here. Give me a moment. Let me unfreeze myself.
Engine 2.
Hopefully. There we go. I'm back. I am now unfrozen. So that is good news. They have video surveillance of the incident, so they know what happened. They said there was one shooter. That person is being detained. It's an active investigation. There is no further danger to the public. So did somebody, was it a wedding? Appears a wedding was going on there. Did somebody go in and target a specific person?
Or States on Lake Street, yes.
Okay, well, we respond to Spitbrook Road. 4 East Spitbrook Road, directly in front of Old Navy. A 2-car motor vehicle accident. Operator on Channel 2.
By the way, I don't think we're going to hear that much on the scanner at this point. I don't think we're going to hear much more on the scanner at this point, because they say that there's no danger to the public and the scene is still, and there was one shooter.
Automobile accident. 4 East Brook Road, Old Navy Clothing Company, Cross Street, Webster Highway at a dead end. AL 8, automobile accident. 4 East Brook Road, Old Navy Clothing Company, Cross Street, Webster Highway at a dead end. ALS 8.
They have not said if there's going to be a press conference or something. We'll see if there's going to be a press conference. So, well, it's good news that they have the one shooter in custody. Hang on a moment. The WMUR website does not say somebody is dead. A WMUR reporter, as Intel Point Alert said about an hour ago, claimed somebody was dead, but the website does not say anybody was dead, so we don't have that confirmed. WMUR said one person was a gunshot wound, was taken to the hospital with life-threatening injuries. And there were at least 6 other injuries that were not gunshot injuries, many from the chaos of the shooting. I kind of want to go back and find that part on the scanner where I want to go back and find that part on the scanner where we heard, I think it was that somebody had been shot in the face.
We're going to street, let them know.
Okay, dispatching now.
If I can figure out where that was. Let me go through that scanner
Sky Meadow
and
Drive and a
see if I
dead
can
end.
find it.
6 Mountain World Country Club and
So
Cross
this
Street, Sky Meadow Drive and a dead end. C4, Channel 6,
This is scanner
1924.
replay.
6 Mountain, Sky Meadow Country, Cross Street.
We are on Channel
World Drive, Cross Street, Sky.
Hold on. This is the scanner replay.
12, you're on scene. We need to...
I'm at Alpha for Southern New Hampshire. Shot wound to the face.
That's it right there. That's it. That's it.
Shot wound to the face. We have a trauma Alpha for Southern New Hampshire. 35-year-old male. Gunshot wound to the face. We have a compromise at this point, and we're still waiting on the LS.
All right. So at that point on the scanner, that's from earlier. That was about 7:30 local time, about 2 hours ago, and they had been talking about that incident. So if that's from the same incident, they said a 35-year-old male with a gunshot wound to the face. So that maybe is from this incident. That might be the person with life-threatening injuries that WMUR talked about. I can't guarantee that, but they were at that point on the scanner talking about that incident. So it certainly is possible that that is the person that WMUR said had life-threatening injuries.
You're on scene with a 2-car accident. You've been at 2133. Another one, you're on scene. Hey.
I'm hoping it turns out that just one person was shot rather than multiple, but we'll see. I'm sorry I don't have a live shot. Often I will have a live shot. It didn't get one. Haven't gotten one so far tonight. Yeah, so as of right now, I don't have one I can show you. So I'm sorry about that. It's possible I'll get one, though, maybe before a press conference, if they have a press conference. We'll see.
That's a for National Fire Alarm.
Answering.
Doors responding to Morgan Street from Lake Street Station.
Okay, me echo level response for breathing difficulties.
Let me check something. Let me check also. I don't know if they're going to be covering that.
Page 1.
Okay, do one.
Okay, hold on. One person is dead, according to WMUR. Thank you for Intel Point for the update. WMUR now reports that one person is dead. WMUR still has the report up that one person was taken to a hospital for treatment for a gunshot wound, and at least 6 others had non-gunshot wound injuries. But WMUR is now reporting that one person is dead. Maybe that is the person we heard on the scanner. The scanner reported a 35-year-old male had been shot in the face. I cannot confirm that's the person. But again, WMUR New Hampshire is saying one person is dead, unfortunately. And the New Hampshire police has surveillance video which shows there was one shooter.
Engine 1 fire line.
Engine 1.
Proceed.
No, there are not two suspects. Police originally said two suspects, and they changed it and said there was only one suspect. Oh, wedding party. Okay, so Steve Cooper with 7 News Boston says that there's a bus that's now in the area to transport members of the wedding party. There was, according to a website, a wedding going on there tonight. I don't want to say the names of the people on the website. So I'm not sure if this happened at the wedding. Could have happened in where people are working for the wedding. Maybe there was more. One of our viewers thought there was more than one wedding going on there. But police know what happened because they said they had video surveillance of it.
Fire alarm ALS8. Fire alarm's answered. Engines are obtaining refusals. We're back in Paris. I received. Stay in for city coverage, please. In for city coverage, returning to station.
I do not at the moment have any other updates on this, trying to get any other new information.
Fire alarm. Can you confirm, I don't know, why we're not finding a 105 in the building right now? Yeah, that's affirmative. That's when we go from 911, 25 Morgan, 105.
Florida National Fire Alarm, you show us on scene on Morgan Street.
What's another point?
At this point, really waiting to hear something more from the authorities.
Engine 1. You said an increased contact? Yeah, we're on the phone right now. We're trying to call him back.
Again, I've put all the updated information in the red ticker, but the shooter is in custody. Is no longer a threat to the public. WMUR says one person is dead. The scanner seemed to suggest that a 35-year-old male had been shot in the face, but that is not confirmed. Hang on a moment here. So I am waiting to see if we get any more updates. I'm sure we'll get more updates, but maybe we'll get something soon.
I'm from VLS 6.
VLS 6.
We have a ride at Southern.
Received.
One person I saw being interviewed claimed that a man in black, a man wearing black had come up and fired.
Yeah, that's in the apartment.
105.
F5. Okay, received. Fire alarm's answer.
Can you see if PD can give you one record down here?
Received. Stand by.
I'm checking some of the Boston outlets as well. I have not heard any specifics about the shooter from any kind of reliable sources. I'm checking the Boston sources and I'm seeing a lot of the same things. By the way, thank you to all of our moderators who've been here. Keisha Fowler, Roberts Mayqueen, Janet B. for moderating. Thank you very much. Roberts Mayqueen, did I say Roberts Mayqueen? Thank you to all of our mods. Also, I want to thank over there on Twitch, our moderators over there. Who are there? LB Prairie Dawn, I got that fire. Matthew Kohai 3, Sarah and Papa Bear. Thanks for being there. Our Facebook mods as well.
Fire alarm dead. DW command.
Good.
Kayla Body.
PD Lieutenant, no tow trucks.
Margaret Riley. Shannon Davis Hughes. Paul Anderson, thank you. Linda Belk, Larry, and Misha on X. Thanks for modding too. Hoping to be able to give you some more information here. Not a lot I'm seeing right now.
I'm for food transfer down here, but I got a vehicle in the middle of the road that needs to be towed.
Hey, I just want to mention again, because people have been talking about it in the YouTube chat. I do not put advertisements on the live streams in the middle of the streams. For the last couple of weeks, some people in the chat say they're getting ads on the YouTube chat. I have no idea what it is. I have asked YouTube about it. They haven't told me what it is. So I'm very I'm very sorry for getting them. But just know I have not changed a thing. I have not changed my settings. So I really am sorry for getting YouTube ads in the chat. I've never heard of it. I just started hearing about it 2 weeks ago. There's nothing I can do right now. I hope I can figure out what's going on. But it's not me. I have everything turned off for the ads in the middle of the stream. So again, I'm very sorry about that, but there's just nothing I can do, and I don't even know what it is. Also, I have not seen any reliable source whatsoever claim that the shooter said anything of any type. Often, when we cover a shooting, there will be lots of people on social media claiming the shooter did this or the shooter did that. All I can tell you is I have seen absolutely nothing that what I would say is well sourced, that the person said anything. If I hear anything that seems to be reliably sourced about the shooter saying anything or wearing anything or doing anything, I will certainly let you know. Steve Cooper reports that detectives in New Hampshire are now interviewing witnesses. Steve is with 7 News.
2157.
But we do know that the suspect is in custody. There is still a helicopter flying around from New Hampshire State Police, flying around the area of the country club, which is right near the Massachusetts border. Actually, it looks like the golf course actually crosses over into Massachusetts right there. That is from Flight Radar 24. The scanner we have been listening to is from broadcastify.com.
File on DW command. Good. Lieutenant, you got your phone on you? Are you able to call file on?
We'll see about it.
Alright. Send me a company on a still alarm to the
I would like to get you something more concrete, but we're waiting to hear maybe more from authorities at this point.
repeat message.
Send it to company. Again, this is everybody else.
Negative.
Okay, we'll send you a company.
Thank you again to everybody who's been sending me updates and letting me know what you're hearing. I do appreciate it. So again, as it says on the screen, as we've reported, one shooter
Shooter is in custody. WMUR says one person is dead. They also say at least 6 have non-gunshot injuries, many sustained from the chaos of the shooting. The scanner said a 35-year-old male had been shot in the face. I can't confirm it was this incident. It sounded like it might have been. A witness interviewed on TV said, either a witness or someone who talked to a witness said a man in black started firing.
On DW command.
Yep, I can give you a lot of ones.
Where do you need us?
Breaking news. Breaking news. Steve Cooper from 7 News reports that an eyewitness claims that he smashed a chair over the shooter's head seconds after the suspect opened fire. Steve Cooper says 7 News will have the story tonight. But again, Steve Cooper from 7 News, who's there.
Sheriff Nashua, Cross Street, Fitbrook Road, and Dead End.
Hold on a second
Engine
here.
4, Channel 7, 2153.
Steve Cooper from 7 News said he talked to a witness who claimed that he smashed a chair over the shooter's head seconds after the suspect opened fire.
Enjoy fire alarm.
Fire alarm answering. And the ambulance 5-1 to Southern.
I don't think that any of the interview he posted, I don't think he posted any of the interview. He said the interview will be broadcast tonight, I guess. Let's see here. No. Nope. So that's what Steve Cooper said. Steve Cooper's a reliable source. I follow him for Boston area news. So just to repeat, he's a local reporter, New England reporter. Steve Cooper says he spoke to a witness. He said eyewitness says that he smashed a chair over the shooter's head seconds after the shooter opened fire in the restaurant. In the restaurant. That's something else. So that's something else he said. He said it was in the restaurant. I don't know how many restaurants there are there. I'm going to look this up.
dining. Okay, I am seeing on the website at Sky Meadow Country Club, they have the restaurant Prime at Sky Meadow. They also have Oak Room and Grotto, which is another location. So at least from what I can see on the website, there look to be at least 2 restaurants there. Prime at Sky Meadow and Oak Room and Grotto. I do not know, Lisa of the line, if there was a wedding reception going on in the restaurant. That I do not know. Kevin Hine thinks it happened in the Prime restaurant. I cannot confirm that myself. One of our viewers, Rebel Sushi, thinks it happened in the Prime Steakhouse. Again, I cannot confirm that. A couple of our viewers have claimed it happened there. But a witness told Steve Cooper it happened in a restaurant, and a witness said he smashed a chair over the shooter's head seconds after the shooter started shooting.
10-1, route to State Office Complex.
I'm going to change to a shooting has occurred. Police said multiple people had been shot like a while ago, but WMUR is saying at least 1 shot, and I don't know if it's multiple people at this point. I'm hoping it's not. Chi-Chi, I have not heard anything about a press conference. I've heard nothing. Nothing about a press conference. Local time is 10:01 p.m. One of our viewers said, "How did somebody get to a private club?" Well, I don't know that there's a gate or anything keeping you from going in there. Or the person could have, I'm just looking at it here. It looks like you could, in theory, the person could have parked somewhere and just walked onto the club, So, it certainly doesn't look like it's surrounded by, the whole thing is surrounded by high gates. I don't know if it's somebody who had some connection to the club.
Where is that main building? Oh, right over here, right? Yeah, Thomas Darwin says they could have been a member. Yeah, we don't have information on who the shooter was and who they shot and why. Now, seems like a bunch of witnesses, and also they have video of it. Rye N says it's a private gated club. Well, I mean, I'm looking here. Maybe I'm missing the gate. I'm just looking on the map. That says Sky Meadow there. So, I mean, I'm not seeing. Maybe I'm just wrong because I'm not close enough, but I mean, I'm just looking and I don't obviously see a gate all the way around it, but I might be wrong. I mean, you know, there's houses over here. They actually have it on Google now. It says Sky Meadow Club shooting. It feels like there's going to be another update where they just kind of explain more what happened, but I don't know when we'll get that. WMUR says one person is dead. Now, what I don't understand is WMUR says one person is dead, sources say. They also say one person was taken to Southern New Hampshire Medical Center for treatment with a gunshot wound. But I don't know if that could be the same person.
104 is 11 Terrible Lord.
104 on scene.
So it's unclear if more than one person was shot. I know police initially said multiple people shot, but they also said that there were more than one shooter or more than one suspect, and then they changed that to one suspect. What is this here? Hold on. Let me listen to something. Just give me 2 seconds here. Hold on.
Assist the public. 11 Terra Boulevard, Sheraton, Nashua. Cross Street, Spitbrook Road and a dead end. Amherst Ambulance. Assist the public. 11 Terra Boulevard, Sheraton, Nashua. Cross Street, Spitbrook Road and a dead end. Amherst Ambulance. Channel 7, 2153.
The person I saw being interviewed before, that person talked to WMUR. That person said their daughter works there, and they said their daughter was working there and saw somebody in black pull out a gun and start shooting.
Boulevard, Sheraton, Nashua. Cross Street, Spitbrook Road and a dead end. Milford Ambulance 1. Assist the public. 11 Terra Boulevard, Sheraton, Nashua. Cross Street, Spitbrook Road and a dead end. Milford Ambulance 1. Channel 7, 2153.
Again, that's what the person said. They said their daughter was working there and saw somebody pull out wearing black, pull out a gun and start shooting.
All the police are on scene. DW commands will be terminated. Face your refusals.
All SPDs untamed. Patient refusal. Command terminated. 2206.
Oh, let me check something. Let me check, see if I have, I mean, I'm in Boston, so I might be able to get some local reporting here if I flip around. Hang on a moment. I don't know. Oh, here's one. Are they showing anything about it? Now, 7 News Boston is saying several people shot, but I don't know if they're basing that on, I don't know if they're just basing that on what the police said earlier. So again, I don't, that's, you know, what can I say? The police never went back on saying multiple shot, but I don't know if that's true. Oh. Okay. I missed this. Intel Point Alert saw this before. Saw the beginning of 7 News. And so there's a witness who 7 News talked to in Boston. Okay. And the witness said, I'm going to listen to it here. I posted it. Give me a second. One minute. Okay, so this witness, this is the witness that Steve Cooper was talking about before. This witness said, they told 7 News that it was in a restaurant and the wedding was in the other room. That's what the witness said. And I think this is the guy who said he hit him with the chair and somebody else tackled him. Let me just listen to this again. I posted the link on my X. I posted, Intel Point Alert posted the clip and I posted it on reposted it on my X account. Let me just listen here again. Hold on. One sec. He said he shot in the hallway and then entered the restaurant and continued to shoot. That's interesting. That's not good. So he said, the witness said that he hit him with a chair when he saw him shooting, and somebody else tackled him, but also that he ran away. He dropped his gun and ran away. But he said that this was in the restaurant and the wedding was not in the restaurant. And then he said, let me just listen to this again.
He said he walked into the main entrance. There's 2 bullet casings in the hallway. And then he entered the restaurant and continued to shoot. That's what he said. That he walked in the main entrance, started shooting. There's 2 bullet casings in the hallway. And then he continued, he came into the restaurant and continued to shoot. At that point, he got hit on the head with a chair and tackled. So I'm going to post a link to that post. You can listen to it. Yeah, those people might have saved a lot of lives, as our viewer said.
On the fire alarm. We're returning our own station.
So we still don't know how many people were shot. But again, the witness said he walked in the main entrance, started firing. There are 2 bullet casings in the hallway, and then he came into the restaurant and continued shooting, at which point the witness hit him over the head with a chair and someone else tackled him. Big Web says just some random guy walks in and starts doing. I don't know if it's a random guy, but somebody walked into the restaurant. Not even, it wasn't the wedding. It's a restaurant at a country club. Did this person have a connection to this place? Was he targeting somebody? We just do not know. Blues Dad says, let's see some security video. Well, the security video exists. I don't think we're going to see it anytime soon. How did he get in with a gun, says Marky B. Yeah. I don't know that there would be any, there's not, I don't think there'd be a metal detector or something at the place, you know? It would just, think about just going to a restaurant. I don't know that the country club would have any kind of specific, gun detection capability there. Marissa says, maybe an ex-employee. It's possible. We just don't know right now. According to the NRA in New Hampshire, there are no state licensing requirements for the possession of rifles, shotguns, or handguns. Wikipedia says New Hampshire allows the concealed or open carry of handguns without a permit. I don't know if there's rules for the country club or not. Oh, hold on a moment here. Oh, Intel Point Alert spotted that on WMUR, they said that there was an update expected. Yes, WMUR says officials with the Attorney General's office and Nashua Police are expected to make a brief statement within the hour. Again, officials with the Attorney General's office and the Nashua Police are expected to make a brief statement within the hour. That's according to WMUR. Thanks to Intel Point Alert for pointing that out. To repeat, a witness told 7 News Boston the shooting had nothing to do with the wedding. Ooh, what's this? Hey guys, I might have something for you. Oops, sorry, hold on a second. I was trying to check something here. I don't know if that's helpful for us. I don't think it is at this point. I'll keep an eye out. So what WMUR said is it said that they said officials are expected to make a brief statement within the hour. Now, they could say more, but WMUR said brief statement. There is still a helicopter, a state police helicopter flying above the country club. Larry, our viewer, Larry Stockton says the restaurant Prime at Sky Meadow, where this may have happened, it happened in one of the restaurants there, is open to the public. I can't completely confirm that, but I don't see anything that says it's not open to the public.
on their website. It says New England's premier steakhouse located at Sky Meadow Country Club, which certainly sounds like it's open to the public. Patrick Daly says, I can confirm it is open for the public. And Kevin Hines says, it's public. I have been there. If that is where the shooting happened. Apparently it happened in one of the restaurants. Several viewers have said it happened at Prime. Again, a witness said it had nothing to do with the wedding. Oh, I should add that to the... A witness, a wedding was being held at the club, but a witness told 7 News Boston the shooting had nothing to do with the wedding. I have not seen any kind of photos of the shooter. I have not heard a name of the shooter. I have really not heard much of anything about the shooter. My guess is that police might know who the shooter is. Give me a moment here. Give me one moment. Still waiting for some sort of update. There's supposed to be a statement issued. I'm not aware that there's going to be a press conference. I have not seen any video of any kind of microphone being set up. If I am, I'll let you know.
It will be. You told me as a city ever.
We're going to hold you.
Proceed, thank you.
No, there is no feed that I see which is showing some sort of press conference that's going to happen. I don't see anything like that. Oh. Intel Point Alert saw an interview with somebody on the telephone that said it sounded like 6 to 7 shots. I guess WMUR talked to somebody. Hang on, I'm going to listen to this myself. Give me 1 second.
Yes, the witness, as Intel Point Alert said, a witness told MUR it sounded like 6 to 7 shots. If there is a press conference, I very well might be able to bring it to you. But I don't know that there's going to be one. Hang on a moment here. Hey guys, I think there's going to be a statement. Hold on a second here. I'm going to get you this. I have access. I can purchase a live shot. And I'm going to put the live shot up on the screen. Okay? I'm going to get the live shot for you right now. I just need to throw it up on the screen for you. So I did that because I think they might actually have the statement. So let me show you this. Let me just get it up there for you. I need a second. Give me 2 seconds, I'll have it for you. I can see it right now. All right, hang on. I'm putting it on the screen for you right now. That's not it. Hang on. Give me a moment here. There it is right there. There it is. There it is. There's a live shot. We getting volume here? Need volume.
Thank you. Thank you. Can you let them know that the reunification bus is here if they want to take these pictures live? They're about to pull in and unload.
Reunification bus. This is from WCVB via AP.
What is it? I don't think he's talking to us. We've been here the entire time.
And I think I got to fix the audio. It sounds like they only have one-sided audio. Let me try to adjust that.
No, they're going to get all of us in trouble.
Let me try to fix the audio. Give me a moment here.
Yep.
Oops. All right, so this is a reunification bus. This is a reunification bus coming in, maybe with people from the restaurant or the wedding, I'm not sure. I'll fix the sound. Let me do that. Sound is fixed. So this must be at the hotel, because there's a Sheraton hotel where where people are reuniting. This is live. I don't know if these were wedding guests or people at the restaurant or both or whatever.
Thank you.
I think there was another bus that came before that. I believe there was another one before that. Oh, hold on. What's this? Can they show this? Let's see. I don't know if we can see this. Well, we'll see. We'll see what we hear. This is via WCVB, via AP. There you go. All right. Sometimes it cuts out when the reporter speaks. We'll see if we have that. We can see this. I don't know. We'll see if they play it.
That's right, Jessica. That bus just left the reunification site here at the Sheraton Hotel on Terra Boulevard. I can tell you that there were about 24 people on board, all ages. I saw some kids on that bus as well as some adults and older people. All looked to be very well dressed. I mentioned to you during our last cut-in that it appeared there was some sort of wedding going on at the country club at that time. But of course,
So hold on. So what happens with these live shots? I think what they have to do is they have to stop the feed when the reporter is speaking. That's just, hold on a second. That's just how I've seen it handled. I don't know what the regulations are. Now we're back there, but that's what happened. Is let me get the sound back on. I think. Well, we'll see. Why is now we can see her again? I'm a little confused. Nope. There you go. Hang on. They just stopped it again. We'll get it back when she's done speaking. I've just seen that with these live shots before, where when the reporter comes on, they have to cut it. Maybe that's the rights they have. Not when there's a press conference, but when there's a reporter for the station speaking, they'll cut the feed. They won't cut the feed if there's a press conference. So I'm hoping that. So when she's done, we'll get the shot back. But I'm hoping that somebody will come out and they'll actually have the shot of the press conference, or at least the announcement. That's the hope. That's the reason I got the shot. So hang on. I'm just waiting for, I guess she's talking, and as soon as she's done talking, we'll have the live again. It's just the way, again, it just depends on the way I get the footage and I buy the footage. That's a frequent thing. So I'm just waiting for her report to be done, and then we'll go back to the scene. Hold on, I got it again. Here we go. So I think that's the Sheraton Hotel, which is the reunification location. I also assume that's where they would do an announcement. For some reason, the feed is frozen. I'm assuming it'll unfreeze shortly. I think it's frozen. Oh no, it's not. It's unfrozen now. Here you go. Not getting volume at the moment, but we are getting video. They might have muted themselves while, for the moment, I'm not sure. Yes, we will be covering the memorial service tomorrow. We will be covering the memorial service tomorrow.
the Charlie Kirk Memorial Service. We will have live coverage here. We will come on sometime before and cover it. The start time is 2 p.m. Eastern. We will come on sometime before then. So we're waiting to see, will we get an announcement sometime soon from authorities about what exactly happened and what they know. Nashua Police has not posted on their social media. Oh, disaster relief truck. Disaster relief. Red Cross. Nashua Police has not posted since an hour and 17 minutes ago. I see a police officer just walk by fast. I have the scanner on. There's nothing. Or do I have the scanner on? I had the scanner on. Yeah, I do have the fire. Yeah, there's nothing on the fire scanner. I think at this point we're not going to really hear much on the scanner. It's my assumption. Because the suspect is in custody. Okay, now what's happening? I'm seeing some police here. Yes, so it is muted right now because of the source. It's muted at the source. So if there is an announcement, they will unmute it. So as I understand, this would be from the Sheraton near the golf course, near the country club. That is the Reunification site. Okay. I see another, is that an officer or not? Looks like like an officer right there. Thanks, Jimmy D. Jimmy D believes there's going to be a news conference in about 30 minutes. Is that true? Did WMUR say that? Let's see. I haven't seen that myself. I mean, if there's a news conference, we should be able to see it on this camera because this is one of the local affiliate cameras. Spike Mouth said WHDH said 11. Is that true? So 11 would be in 19 minutes. Maybe they'll do it for the top of the hour.
A couple quick thank yous, by the way. Thank you to Jimmy D. Joshua Valier, who lives 2 miles from there. AZ Intel's dad, Kevin Hine, Marky B. Yeah. Joe Blassingame, Kevin Hine. Kevin says there's a gate for vehicles to get in, but no fence around the entire property. Restaurant is public. There's a reporter again. Julia Primo, Harkin, PA Jeeper 420. Jaffu Pogers, thank you. Hold on a second. You can see we're waiting to hear more. Kiwi Serpepe ES, Dino, Martin Gingrich, Brent Rosen, 1,000 miles away. Diver Patty, Sandy D, Night Owl 76. Thanks. Also Gajani, Michael Toomey, Dr. Evil. Oh, see, it cut to stand. Oh, here. So, the music. No music. There we go. Ruth Mad's mom said earlier people were being told to stay in and lock their doors. Yeah, so I don't think that's not the, I think that was the case earlier. I think Ruth posted that earlier. Ruth Mad's mom posted that earlier. Right now, the police have said that that there's no danger to the public anymore. Thanks also A to Z, ZB, Millennial Diligence, Liz Spoons, Steve ES, Martin Gingrich. So it's possible that the news conference, if there is one, will be in about 15 minutes. I'm hoping, I mean, we have the camera there, so hopefully we can get that for you if they have it, if they're indeed having it. All right, as soon as I get this camera back, I'll go to the camera. I think they're waiting for her to do her report there. There is the country club. So as soon as I have that camera back, I will put it up there for you. No news on motive yet. I have no news on motive. Still waiting to get that live cam back. Here, I got the live camera back right now. There it is. There is the live shot. Is there audio on the live shot yet? Did they unmute themselves? Not yet. That is the hotel, I believe, where I think there's another. Is that another reunification bus? A couple of reunification buses have come in, dropping people off at the hotel. That might be another one right there. I'm not sure though. Now you can see the police out there. So you were looking at a live shot
Let me real quick just do this so you can see the people getting off. I don't know if that's people who worked at the venue. Could be people who were there as guests at the venue. There was a wedding apparently going on, which was unrelated to the shooting from what a witness said. So a lot of people are dressed up, you can see. That could be wedding guests. Look at this. They're being directed inside by the police. Deliver thinks the news conference is in 10 minutes. Well, again, we have this camera there, so I'm assuming that if there is a news conference, we will have it on this camera. That's my assumption. Look, there's still people getting off. A lot of those people are dressed up. Our viewer Jacoby says, I worked there yesterday. They were setting up for a wedding. But as I mentioned, one witness said that it happened in a restaurant and it was not related to the wedding. Still don't know how many people were shot. At least one was shot. We know there was a shooting. But I don't have numbers for you. At one point, the police said multiple. WMUR said one person was dead. So waiting to hear more. I am going to... Oh, they're picking... Wow, that's somebody they're picking up like in a chair. Maybe it's a wheelchair or something. Allison Casey says some have blankets on due to the temperature. Allison says it's 50 degrees there. I should look up what the temperature is. Nashua temperature. 49 Fahrenheit, 49 degrees Fahrenheit. We are expecting an update from officials soon. What's this? Hang on a moment here. Give me 1 sec, guys. Just give me 1 moment. Give me 1 moment. Is the person dead a victim or the suspect? I don't know. I wasn't aware that the suspect had been shot. WMUR says there was a person who was killed. The scanner suggested that a 35-year-old man was shot in the face, if that's accurate, and if that's part of this incident. So we just don't know. At least, according to WMUR, at least 1 shot and killed, and at least 6 injured with non-shooting injuries. Thank you, Kevin N, by the way. Also, hang on. On Twitch, thank you to Chef Boyardee, CC Farquad, Edu Makashun. Thank you. Captain Jerry Donnelly as well. Also, Matthew Gregg. Thank you. And Teresa Haidarian. And Derek Dorrance. I would say any moment now. It's 10:55. Top of the hour is at 11. Any moment now, there's supposed to be some sort of official update on this about what happened. Hoping to be able to bring you that live with the camera. WMUR said they're still saying that officials with the Attorney General's office and Nashua Police are going to be making a brief statement soon. I don't know that the governor is going to be there. Malibu West says, I work down the road. Thank you, Malibu West. Yeah, WMUR said 1 person was dead and that there were at least 6 sent to hospitals with non-gunshot injuries. But we'll have to see what the authorities say. Thank you, Malibu West. We'll have to see what the authorities confirm or don't confirm. No, there was only 1 shooter. And police do have surveillance video of the shooting. Now what's happening? The camera has gone sideways. Oh. Hanvier thinks the announcement won't have info about the suspect. Maybe not. I don't know. Was it someone somebody knew? No idea. The camera is focusing on a dog. Is that like, well, I don't know if that's a guest at the hotel. It could be a comfort dog or something, or some sort of assisting dog. I do not know, but the camera is focusing on the dog. Therapy dog, as Sadi says. Maybe so. By the way, the source video is muted, so we should have audio later, but for the moment they have muted the source video. I'm guessing because they're talking off air and they don't want everything to go out over the air. Now I see the camera seems to be moving. What I'm hoping is maybe the camera is moving to where the news conference might be. That would be good. It looks like the camera is moving around, doesn't it? Maybe the person is walking to a location. Didn't seem to really do much. It is 1 minute before 11 Eastern time. Oh, there's a look. Oh, that's a different channel. That guy's with a different channel. See that guy right there? He's with 7 News. So there's 2 Boston channels in this location. I got to put in a couple eye drops, sorry. Give me a second here. What's that person doing? He's telling them something. He's pointing at something. Now, their audio is muted right now, so I don't know what he's telling them. Oh, a press conference shortly. I just saw it. 98 Spitbrook Road. They just said there was going to be a press conference shortly. This is from the Nashua Police. There will be a press conference shortly at 98 Spitbrook Road with the New Hampshire Attorney General, Nashua Police, Nashua Fire, City of Nashua Mayor, and Nashua Emergency Management. So press conference coming up. Now, I wonder where is that compared to here? 98 Spitbrook Road. How close is that to this hotel? So this hotel's on Tara Boulevard. Now, I'm going to look up on my map 98 Spitbrook Road. Oh, it's close. So I'm looking at Google Maps right now, and it looks to me like the press conference is right next to the hotel. Let me just show you this. So there's the hotel right there
That's the hotel. We've been looking at this hotel. If I have this right, Sheraton Nashua, and then there's where the press conference is going to be. So it's right through the parking lot. That's what it looks like. Right next to it. But they said shortly. This camera isn't moving yet, though. Oh, you know what? You see how it's frozen? I wonder if they're moving the camera right now. You see how the picture froze? Because maybe they're. I mean, I think they're going to move to cover the press conference. Nope, they didn't. No, came back. Some people hugging. Thanks, Mama, for 57 rows in Malibu West. Thanks, Malibu West. Yeah, we have a bunch of information in our ticker there, in our red ticker, if people want to get caught up. Oh, they're taking the person out in the wheelchair who they brought in before. More people coming out. I figured out on Google Maps where exactly this camera is. This camera is very close to where the press conference is. It's right across the parking lot from the press conference. It is now 11:05. You know, I just don't know if it's true that more than one person has been shot. 10 Boston says several wounded. I don't know if that's the case. Initially, police said multiple people shot, but I don't know if that's the case. WMUR reports one person was killed. Some of our viewers are saying the press conference is at the fire station. Well, the address they gave on social media was 98 Spitbrook Road. Oh, hold on a second. This camera's staying here. "98 Spitbrook Road" looks to be a couple buildings it's like a building in the just across the parking lot. But maybe that. But again, that address is from the police. Yeah, I think that the. Oh, hold on a second. Hold on a moment. Hold on a moment. So AZ Intel mentioned to me that there is a press release, which I have not, I assume this is legit, that supposedly says there was one male who was shot and killed and several other wounded. But I don't know if the other people were wounded from gunshots or not. Anyways, we're supposed to get this soon. That's interesting. Thanks to AZ Intel. Oh, 10 Boston says they have confirmed that one man is dead. Now, why are they not at the press conference? This is weird. I am seeing a microphone in a parking lot. I hope this camera heads over there because nobody's speaking yet at the press conference. So, all right, hang on a moment. I think the camera's moving now. Looks like the camera's moving. So, AZ Intel mentioned there was a press release that said that, I believe this is legit, this press release, that said that a single adult male, what is going on right now? Is there volume here? What's happening? Can they put the volume on? I don't know why we can't hear anything. The volume is muted at the source. There's nothing I can do about the volume. It's this weird thing where there's literally no volume. This is not the press conference, but I'd like to hear it. So again, this is not on my end. This is not on my end, the volume issue. The actual source is muted. And I don't know why that's going on. That normally never happens. Oh, it says stand by for more live. So here we go. So something's happening there. Something weird is going on with this feed, because normally that doesn't happen. Hold on. I mean, it's strange to have a feed and it's just muted when they're interviewing somebody. Hang on, I'm looking into it. Stand by for more live. Sorry about that. Doing the best I can. Doing the best I can with the resources I have. So again, the Attorney General's office has confirmed one person is dead. Yes, this press release is legit. A single adult male entered the club and fired several gunshots. One adult male was killed and several other people were wounded. I don't know if those were all gunshot wounds, though. The suspect was detained on scene by Nashua police officers. That is from the authorities. Now the video is back. Is the audio back? Let's see. Anything? It's the strangest thing to have no audio. We got audio. We have audio back. The audio is back. Okay, that's good. There we go.
Ooh, the game's over.
All right, we're good. They have that interview. They were rolling.
Perfect. Great. Love to hear that. All right.
Randy,
There's a bus here.
It sounds like they were having a problem because they just said they had the interview. So I think maybe their audio was messed up. Now that it looks like they're going to the press conference. Is that what's happening?
You're good, thank you.
Now they're back there.
Oh, well. But they have that interview, so I don't know if they want to pick a bite.
So confused.
All right, thanks. Oh, that was worth it.
Yeah, no, that's fine. That's fine. It's the same thing happening over and over.
Are they going to cut her off again? So this is the only feed I could get from this. So. Again, one person is confirmed dead. There are several wounded, but I do not know if those are from gunshots, all of them. I don't know how many were wounded. There was one adult male shooter who's now in custody. Stand by for more launch. Oh, here we go again. Hold on. Gosh, darn it. Crazy. Thank you again, AZ Intel, who passed along the press release, which I've also seen talked about by one of the other local news outlets. But again, one adult male shooter entered the club and fired several gunshots. Yeah, we're supposed to get the live shot back, so we're just waiting. Again, I'm sorry about, normally with the live shot, it's not, we don't have the issues that we have tonight, but for whatever reason, it's been a little strange, the live shot. But it's supposed to come back. Now, Intel Point Alert says they heard a witness say on a live interview, a witness said they heard Free Palestine on a live interview. Now, I didn't hear that interview. We were watching an interview and the sound was off. So again, Intel Point Alert is saying he heard an interview with a witness who said the witness heard Free Palestine. So we'll have to see. We'll have to see. Yes, There's supposed to be a press conference coming up. I'm going to assume that this live camera will have it. So that's what it hasn't happened yet. No press conference yet. Interject Robot says maybe it was political. Maybe it was. I do not know. Oh, thanks. Michael, thanks. B&O News also sent me the press release. Again, the press release that B&O News got was that it was a shooting at Sky Meadow Country Club. A single adult male entered the club and fired several gunshots. One adult male was shot and killed, and several other people were wounded. The suspected shooter was detained on scene by Nashua police officers, and there is no present threat to the public. And we're waiting for, again, a news conference here. Uh-oh, what's happening now? There is a news conference going on now? What's happening? Now I'm seeing that a news conference is going on, but we don't have it. WMUR isn't showing it. I'm so confused. Hold on a second here. Let me see if I can listen to it. Give me a moment. This is very confusing. 10 Boston is not showing it. I see one outlet showing it. This is the weirdest thing. This is very strange. No, you cannot steal news stations footage. That is not public domain. That is false. All right, hold on a moment here. I'm going to see if I can at least listen to it. It's very weird. Hold on. So MUR just cut to it. It's not on this live shot, though. Let me listen. Hold on one second here. Hold on a second. I'm going to tell you what's being said. Limited information. They're repeating the press release so far. Repeating the press release.
By some people that I had just said that it's about to get loud in here with some glasses breaking and loud noises.
This is interview.
What sounded like several.
We'll play this for now.
Popped in the room adjacent. I said to myself, like, I don't remember any balloons. The gentleman who was running the banquet.
We'll listen to this.
He opened the door and to look into that room, and I was just at that moment waiting for like either everything's okay or it isn't, and I knew when he turned that it wasn't. We all began running in different directions. I ended up in the kitchen, and then I said, I don't know if this is the best place to be, so I came out, and walking across the dance floor was the shooter. So that was weird, and so I ran back in and said, he's coming this way, and he walked through the kitchen and went up to other guests and flipped them off and said various things and walked right out the back door of the kitchen.
So he clearly saw you guys, but...
No, he spoke to guests. Yep, he spoke to guests. Yeah, it's.
What's going through your mind when you see the shooter? I can only imagine what you're thinking.
I was like, I shouldn't be out here right now. I told everybody to go in the kitchen. He's walking to the kitchen. I'm like, I got to tell everybody to get out of the kitchen. That was the first thing I thought of. But yeah, it was really strange. The one thing I can say is when he was walking across the dance floor, I knew it was the guy because he wasn't dressed up for a wedding. He wasn't dressed up to go to dinner. And for lack of a better explanation, he just looked like a weirdo.
Did you see a weapon in his hand?
I did not. No, a gentleman who was in the restaurant apparently used a chair to hit him over the head. Everyone else said that they saw he came in bleeding. I did not see the blood. I just saw this guy who I knew must have been the guy. Gentleman who hit him over the head, he was dazed, he was bleeding, and that's when he came, through the dance floor.
Describe what he looked like. Who is this man?
6'3", slender, wearing a backpack. All I can really say is he was just he looked like the person who would do this. Just the look that he had, to me, it just seemed like, okay, this has got to be the guy. He like I said, for lack of a better explanation, he looked weird. Yeah. So.
How were people reacting when he was talking to them? You said flipping them off. I mean, what was the mood like in the room when that was?
Well, everybody was obviously quite disturbed. I wasn't there for that. That was what people told me after the fact. People were obviously very scared. There was a bunch of people who were trying to do their best to keep everyone calm, and we all tried to shelter in place and keep each other, okay.
What were those moments like when people started to flee? What was that like?
It was crazy for a moment, yeah. It was kind of surreal. Just one of those things where it's the lottery. You don't want to win in America when you're there when something like that happens. It's like it's.
Is that what's running through your mind in that moment? Are you fearing for your life?
I wasn't, to be honest with you. I'm a wimp, but I wasn't. I was just. I can't believe at this exact moment, like literally we're about to start the reception and this happens, and I was thinking about my couple. Todd and Carissa, I was doing their wedding, and they didn't deserve that to happen. Obviously, the gentleman who was shot didn't deserve that to happen to him. The young lady who was shot, it's obviously just a sad thing that happened, and it goes on far too often in this country. I don't know what's going to change, but something needs to change. So.
Tell us about what has been the process been after that. We saw you guys being brought into a bus to the fire station, and now here. If you could just kind of walk us through
everyone was great. From the police to the fire department, they walked us all down under guard to because at that time there was still a suspect at large. We believed, or they believed. We went down to a local fire station, and just we're holding up there. The entire ballroom is a crime scene, so all my DJ equipment is still there. I'm not going to be able to get that tonight, maybe tomorrow. Obviously, not a major worry, but everyone's great, and we were just kind of waiting to trying to find out what the scoop is, when we could go, and they ultimately let us know that don't expect to go back in there tonight. It's a crime scene, and so yeah.
What's going on in the Sheraton here?
So what they're doing is once. We were actually on the last bus come in. You have to first check in, give some information. My friend here, my assistant David, sister came to pick us up. She had to check in so that they basically had a record of everyone being picked up. And they've got the American Red Crosses in there with therapy dogs and people just doing good things to try to make people feel better. In what was obviously a crazy night.
What is the mood like in there?
It's kind of somber just because, their wedding got ruined. Comparatively to losing a life is, but celebrate something big and got completely destroyed. And, but yeah, so the mood is just kind of like really, I feel obviously for the gentleman who passed away, and we're all lucky that it only went as far as it did, and. There's a gentleman in there who, again, hit him over the head at some point. He hit him over the head with a chair, and he probably saved a bunch of lives doing that because the shooter was dazed when he came into the ballroom, and as they said, others mentioned he was bleeding, and so yeah.
Did you have any friends or family that knew you were here tonight? Have you had anybody reach out to you?
I did have a few people reach out, and I Facebook post and hey, I'm reply to any of the comments, so don't expect to ask me any questions, but I call my girl, I call my mom, just because I don't want them to learn about it on the news and flip out, so yeah.
Have you seen the bride and groom after
I have.
this incident?
I have.
Are they in there right now? Or
Yes.
Yeah. What's did you talk to them?
Well, I mean, obviously, it's yeah. I told them was like important thing, but to keep in mind here that tonight was ruined. But you're gonna have at some point, if and when you want to, you're gonna have an amazing reception that you deserve to have. Whoever comes out of the woodwork to say, hey, have it here, whatever the case may be, they're not at anywhere near planning to have that obviously tonight, but we're just trying to make sure that they go on their honeymoon like they try to move forward because you just got it from something like this.
What's your name?
My name is Michael Homewood.
Can you spell that, please?
Yep, HOMEWOOD.
Michael CH.
Yep, and I go by DJ name, which doesn't matter, but I go by Mike Styles, MICSTYLZ.
Gotcha.
All
Thank
right.
you, Michael.
Please
Appreciate
support.
it.
Absolutely. Yep.
Have a good night.
So we heard some of what he said about the shooter. So let me just see what's going on here. Now, to repeat, this was a weird thing because normally if I have a live feed, they would show the press conference. For whatever reason, this camera was not showing the press conference, and so I didn't have the rights to the press conference. I'm going to check in a second and see if anything big and new was said at the press conference. But this person was interesting. I'm going to replay this in a second because he said...
1, 2, 3. Whoa, there we go.
Hold on, they're still live. Maybe they'll interview somebody else. But he said that the shooter talked to some people there. Said they were about 6'3". He said the shooter looked like the kind of person who would do this. I don't know why this camera is... Maybe they have two cameras there and this is the second camera. That might be... Again, I apologize. But if I had a camera showing the press conference, I would show it to you. But I can't steal, Boston News whatever camera. All right, hold on. So I'll keep an eye on that. Let me just play you again what that guy said right at the beginning. He actually described the shooter. All right, hold on.
Begin the reception of the wedding. We're about to do a traditional dance. Got this, but I was just told by some people that I had just said that it's about to get loud in here with some glasses breaking and loud noises. We heard what sounded like several balloons being popped in the room adjacent. I said to myself, I don't remember any balloons. The gentleman who was running the banquet, he opened the door and to look into that room, and I was just at that moment waiting for either everything's okay or it isn't, and I knew when he turned that it wasn't. We all began running in different directions. I ended up in the kitchen, and then I said, I don't know if this is the best place to be, so I came out, and walking across the dance floor was the shooter. So that was weird, and so I ran back in and said he's coming this way, and he walked through the kitchen and went up to other guests and flipped them off and said various things and walked right out the back door of the kitchen.
So he clearly saw you guys, but just
no, he spoke to guests. Yes. Yep, he spoke to guests. Yeah, it's.
What's going through your mind when you see the shooter? I can only imagine what you're thinking.
I was like, I shouldn't be out here right now. I told everybody to go in the kitchen. He's walking to the kitchen. I'm like, I got to tell everybody to get out of the kitchen. That was the first thing I thought of. But yeah, it was really strange. The one thing I could say is when he was walking across the dance floor, I knew it was the guy because he wasn't dressed up for a wedding. He wasn't dressed up to go to dinner. And for lack of a better explanation, he just looked like a weirdo.
Did you see a weapon in his hand?
I did not. No, a gentleman who was in the restaurant apparently used a chair to hit him over the head. Everyone else said that they saw he came in bleeding. I did not see the blood. I just saw this guy who I knew must have been the guy. Gentleman who hit him over the head, he was dazed, he was bleeding, and that's when he came, through the dance floor.
Describe what he looked like. Who was this man?
6'3", slender, wearing a backpack. All I can really say is he was just he looked like the person who would do this. Just the look that he had, to me, it just seemed like, okay, this has got to be the guy. He like I said, for lack of a better explanation, he looked weird. Yeah. So.
How were people reacting when he was talking to them? You said flipping them off. I mean, what was the mood like in the room when that was?
Well, everybody was obviously quite disturbed. I wasn't there for that. That was what people told me after the fact. People were obviously very scared. There was a bunch of people who were trying to do their best to keep everyone calm, and we all tried to shelter in place and keep each other, okay.
All right, so we were just watching this interview again, which was quite interesting. So I did see, again, I apologize. I did not have any kind of live feed that I had the rights to for the press conference, and this interview was going on at the same time. So we showed you the interview. Now, the press conference, I think, has happened by now. Intel Point Alert posted a clip of the press conference where it is said that the person speaking at the press conference said that a witness heard the gunman yell, "The kids are okay," and "Free Palestine." Let me just listen to that myself. Okay, so what happened, they did not say that. What happened, a question was asked. A question was asked of the person giving the press conference, and the questioner said that we heard that the gunman yelled, "The kids are okay and Free Palestine." And that was not confirmed by authorities, just to be clear. Intel Point Alert posted that clip, and then also it was said, they also said there were some gunshot wounds. There may be some non-gunshot wounds. Okay, so that was said. I don't know how many. I'm gonna have to go back and listen to the press conference and see. Let me just check something here real quick. All right, did you guys yeah, so we don't, it's not even clear what the person said. We heard that interview with a witness who said the person was a weirdo and they were saying all kinds of strange things, and they were 6'3", and they were not dressed as if they were there for a wedding. And the person was in, I think, part of the wedding. He might have been a DJ. I don't know. But he said they heard some shots from, I think, the next room over or next door, maybe the restaurant. And then he said that the guy came in to the kitchen and talked to people and talked to wedding guests, but he didn't have his gun on him. And that was apparently after somebody hit him over the head with a chair. So it was a bit confusing. Let me just see if there's any more interviews going on. Hold on. We still have the live feed from that camera, so we might get another interview. So I'm keeping an eye on that live feed. So I'm looking for for information from the press conference. I don't know that the press conference said who died. The press conference, there was a press release that got put out right before the press conference, and it said one adult male was shot and killed. And, oh, hold on a second. There's another interview. Hold on a second. What is this? Hold on. I'm watching a clip of another interview. Oh, I can't rewind that. Now, hold on a second. Did the DJ say the woman was shot? I didn't hear that part. Was that on our feed or a different feed? We didn't get everything. The DJ's whole interview was not on, if that was a DJ, on our... I just could only show you what I had of it. On our interview, the DJ said a woman was shot? When was that? I can play it again. I'll play it again for you. When did that happen? When did he say that? All right, I got to rewind it because I was dealing also with trying to get the press conference and everything, and it was a big, it's just been crazy. Okay, what I'm going to do, this is the interview. Oh, give me 1 second. Let me just check something here. Yeah, some of our viewers have said it's hit a lady was shot. Okay, so let me just, I'm going to play this again, this interview from moments ago. All right, watch this. Here we go. This was moments ago.
Actually about to begin the reception of, I was just told by some people that I had just said that it's about to get loud in here with some glasses breaking and loud noises. We heard what sounded like several balloons being...
Hold on, I got to fix that. There's a little bit of a sync issue. I want to fix that too. Let me fix that for you. Give me a moment here. I'll fix it. Hang on. I know it's a little caught up now. Give me a second. Let's try this
breaking
again.
and loud noises. We heard what sounded like several balloons being...
Sorry, having a bit of an issue with this.
The one thing I can say is when he was walking across the dance floor, I knew it wasn't, and I knew...
Let's try this again. Let's try this again. I'm just trying to cue it up for you. It's being a little fidgety. Let's try it again.
I don't remember any balloons. The gentleman who was running the banquet, he opened the door and to look into that room, and I was just at that moment waiting for like either everything's okay or it isn't, and I knew when he turned that it wasn't. We all began running in different directions. I ended up in the kitchen, and then I said, I don't know if this is the best place to be, so I came out and walking across the dance floor with her. So that was weird, and so I ran back in and said he's coming this way, and he walked through the kitchen and went up to
Sorry,
other
I'm trying to
guests
fix
and
the...
flipped them off and said
Guys, I will play this again. I'm trying. There's a little bit of an issue with the sync, and I'm just trying to fix that sync issue. Clearly, the audio and visual is a little bit off. So let me just try to fix that, and then I can just play this for you. I'm trying to figure out which way the sync is going. It's a little strange.
And walked right out the back door of the kitchen.
So he clearly saw you guys,
Okay,
but
so that's behind. All right, let's try this now. Try it this way.
Oh, yeah, he spoke to guests. Yes. Yep, he spoke to guests. Yeah, it's...
What's going through your mind?
I'm just going to play it. Let's try this. Sorry, I'll leave. I mean, the sync might not work for the moment. Let's just play it so you can hear it again. Thanks for bearing with me. Everything's a little difficult. Oh, there's a different way I can replay this. I'm sorry. There's a better way I can do this. Let's do it this way. Okay, here it is. All right, you ready? We're going to play this interview again. Let's do it. Works. Everything is so... It's one of those nights, guys. One of those nights.
All right, I'm putting this on right now, this interview. Release.
By some people that I had just said that it's about to get loud in here.
Oh
with
no!
Some glasses breaking and loud noises.
This is interview.
What sounded like several.
We'll play this for now.
Popped in the room adjacent. I said to myself, like, I don't remember any balloons. The gentleman who was running the banquet.
We'll listen to this.
He opened the door and to look into that room, and I was just at that moment waiting for like either everything's okay or it isn't, and I knew when he turned that it wasn't. We all began running in different directions. I ended up in the kitchen, and then I said, I don't know if this is the best place to be, so I came out, and walking across the dance floor was the shooter. So that was weird, and so I ran back in and said, he's coming this way. And he walked through the kitchen and went up to other guests and flipped them off and said various things and walked right out the back door of the kitchen.
So he clearly saw you guys, but just
no, he spoke to guests. Yes. Yep, he spoke to guests. Yeah, it's.
What's going through your mind when you see the shooter? I can only imagine what you're thinking.
I was like, I shouldn't be out here right now. I told everybody to go in the kitchen. He's walking to the kitchen. I'm like, I got to tell everybody to get out of the kitchen. That was the first thing I thought of. But yeah, it was really strange. The one thing I could say is when he was walking across the dance floor, I knew it was the guy because he wasn't dressed up for a wedding. He wasn't dressed up to go to dinner. And for lack of a better explanation, he just looked like a weirdo.
Did you see a weapon in his hand?
I did not. No, a gentleman who was in the restaurant apparently used a chair to hit him over the head. Everyone else said that they saw he came in bleeding. I did not see the blood. I just saw this guy who I knew must have been the guy. Gentleman who hit him over the head, he was dazed, he was bleeding, and that's when he came, through the dance floor.
Describe what he looked like. Who was this man?
6'3", slender, wearing a backpack. All I can really say is he was just he looked like the person who would do this. Just the look that he had, to me, it just seemed like, okay, this has got to be the guy. He like I said, for lack of a better explanation, he looked weird. Yeah. So.
How were people reacting when he was talking to them? You said flipping them off. I mean, what was the mood like in the room when that was
Well, everybody was obviously quite disturbed. I wasn't there for that. That was what people told me after the fact. People were obviously very scared. There was a bunch of people who were trying to do their best to keep everyone calm. And, we all tried to shelter in place and keep each other, okay.
What were those moments like when, people started to flee? What was that like?
It was crazy for a moment, yeah. It was kind of surreal. One of those things where it's the lottery. You don't want to win in America when you're there when something like that happens. It's like it's.
Is that what's running through your mind in that moment? Are you fearing for your life?
I wasn't, to be honest with you. I'm a wimp, but I wasn't. I was just. I can't believe at this exact moment, like literally we're about to start the reception and this happens, and I was thinking about my couple. Todd and Carissa, I was doing their wedding, and they didn't deserve that to happen. Obviously, the gentleman who was shot didn't deserve that to happen to him. The young lady who was shot, it's obviously just a sad thing that happened, and it goes on far too often in this country. I don't know what's going to change, but something needs to change. So.
Okay, so that is where he said a gentleman was shot and a young lady was shot. Now, I don't know about that myself. But he did say it. You're right, he said it. So let me just, I'm going to keep playing the interview. The ticker, by the way, on the interview is the old ticker. So, well, hold on a second. Let me just do this. I'm going to put the new ticker up. Yeah, authorities already said that one person was dead. All right, let me keep playing this. Hold on.
Tell us about what has been the process been after that. We saw you guys being brought into a bus to the fire station, and now here. If you could just kind of walk us through
everyone was great. From the police to the fire department, they walked us all down under guard to because at that time there was still a suspect at large. We believed, or they believed. We went down to a local fire station, and just we're holding up there. The entire ballroom is a crime scene, so all my DJ equipment is still there. I'm not going to be able to get that tonight, maybe tomorrow. Obviously, not a major worry, but everyone's great, and we were just kind of waiting to trying to find out what the scoop is, when we could go, and they ultimately let us know that, like, don't expect to go back in there tonight. It's a crime scene, and so yeah.
What's going on in the Sheraton here?
So what they're doing is once we were actually on the last bus come in. You have to first check in, give some information. My friend here, my assistant David, sister came to pick us up. She had to check in so that they basically had a record of everyone being picked up. And they've got the American Red Crosses in there with therapy dogs and people just doing good things to try to make people feel better. In what was obviously a crazy night.
What is the mood like in there?
It's kind of somber just because, like, their wedding got ruined. Comparatively to losing a life is, but celebrate something big and got completely destroyed. And, but yeah, so the mood is just kind of like really, I feel obviously for the gentleman who passed away, and we're all lucky that it only went as far as it did, and there's a gentleman in there who, again, hit him over the head at some point. He hit him over the head with a chair, and he probably saved a bunch of lives as doing that, because the shooter was dazed when he came into the ballroom, and as they said, others mentioned he was bleeding, and so yeah.
Did you have any friends or family that knew you were here tonight? Have you had anybody reach out to you?
I did have a few people reach out, and I Facebook post and like, hey, I'm glad any
Sorry,
of
the video had some issues.
Ask me any questions, but yeah, I called my girl, I called my mom, just to because I don't want them to learn about it on the news and flip out. So yeah.
Have you seen the bride and groom after
I have.
Are they in there right now? Or
yes.
Yeah. What's did you talk to them?
Well, I mean, obviously it's yeah. I told them was like important thing, but to keep in mind here that tonight was ruined, but you're gonna have at some point, if and when you want to, you're gonna have an amazing reception that you deserve to have. Whoever comes out of the woodwork to say, hey, have it here, whatever the case may be, they're not at anywhere near planning to have that obviously tonight, but we're just trying to make sure that they go on their honeymoon like they try to move forward, because you just got it from something like this.
What's your name?
My name is Michael Homewood.
Can you spell that, please?
Yep, HOMEWOOD.
Michael CH.
Yep, and I go by DJ name, which doesn't matter, but I go by Mike Styles, MICSTYLZ.
Gotcha. Thank you, Michael.
Thanks, Michael. Absolutely. Yep.
Have a good night. Thank you.
So he did say a man and a woman were shot. We do know that several people were wounded, but I don't think we got a number. Let me just see something here. I have in front of me, I'm looking at, I don't have the rights to show it, but I'm just going through. I'm going to quickly look at the press conference and see an adult male entered the golf course area. There was a shooting. We heard this before. Is it a hate crime, he was asked, and I believe it's the prosecutor, but at the press conference they said they're looking into the motive. It's not clear if it was a hate crime. Somebody said, we heard that he yelled out, the kids are, we heard that he yelled out, the kids are okay and free Palestine, and at the press conference they said they're looking into it. They're looking into it. They did not confirm anything that he yelled out. They don't have an actual motive right now. They say they will share it if they have one. They say, how many victims? One adult male is dead. There are multiple shooting victims. They say we're trying to, they don't have a specific number of shooting victims. Some of them went to local fire departments. So it's not exactly clear how many shooting victims and how many people are injured. Okay. I'm just going over the press conference here. They would not even confirm where the shooting was, whether it was at the wedding or the restaurant, in the press conference. We have heard witnesses say It was not at the wedding. Also, there may be some non-gunshot injuries. I'm just going over myself, peeking at the press conference from before. The person detained is a person of interest pending warrants. Technically, he is not arrested. So it is a person of interest pending warrants. I guess when they get a warrant for arrest, they can arrest the person. They were asked, is the person... yeah, it's not... they didn't say exactly where the person was. The type of weapon was asked about. No specifics on the type of weapon. Don't know if there's additional weapons. Is the shooter connected to they were asked if there's a connection between the shooter in the restaurant or the shooter in the wedding. They don't have that information right now. Okay, so those are the answers to those questions. No motive, unclear if there's a connection between the shooter and the location, the shooter, the wedding, the shooter, the restaurant. Weapon unclear. Unclear how many people were shot and what condition they are in aside from the one person dead. That is what was said at the press conference. Again, I'm very sorry. Most times I can get you a press conference tonight. I wasn't able to. But we did it was very interesting hearing that interview we heard before. We got to hear some sort of description of the guy. Lorraine, we do not know if the people who were shot, there were multiple people shot, we do not know if they were targeted or not. We do not know. Yeah, I would have loved to have had the press conference, obviously, but as Deshark says, I think we might have gotten more specific information from the interview than the press conference. So, anyways, again, I do the best I can, but once in a while we can't get you the press conference. But we did watch it after. Well, I did go over it after and tell you what was in it. So, and we don't have an identity of who the person was, the shooter, and all that. I mean, it sounds like there's going to be more information. There might be a press conference on this tomorrow, for all I know, with more information. Intel Point Alert posted that there's a clip of the press conference where it says there is a vehicle surrounded by yellow tape near the crime scene, unknown if related. Well, look, certainly condolences to the family of the person that was killed and thoughts with those who were injured. We don't know how many people were injured. We don't know that right now. And we don't know what conditions they're in. And apparently there are possibly some non-shooting injuries as well. So we're going to have to wait to hear more. But condolences to the family of the person that was killed. Thoughts and hopefully the people who are injured are okay and they can recover fully. And a witness said that this had nothing to do with the wedding. A couple witnesses said this was not in the wedding. It was at the restaurant next to the wedding. And so, one of our viewers, Spikemouth, said that he or she saw on the news that a car was towed away. So I don't have details on that. I will be covering the Charlie Kirk Memorial on Sunday. That is supposed to start at 2 Eastern Time. We will be coming on the air before that. So I'm sorry I don't have more information for you, but that's what we have right now. I also don't know. Again, one questioner claimed that a witness that the person yelled, "The kids are okay in Free Palestine." just to be clear, in the interview that we saw with the person who actually was in the kitchen and the shooter came in and talked to some people there, that person said that it was a weirdo, and I think he said that he said a lot of things and like messed up things or weird things. So even if he said free Palestine, that doesn't mean that's his motive, because it sounded from what the person we heard said that he was saying a lot of things and a lot of strange things. So who knows? Maybe the person had some, had a mental problem and was just not making sense at all. I don't know. But I would be careful with drawing conclusions from him saying a particular thing, given that we've heard a witness saying he was saying all kinds of things and he was weird. So we'll see. Also, DE says that was a concussed chair speak. Well, I don't know what he was saying when. Apparently, he was hit over the head with a chair and was dazed. So I don't know what he was saying before that and after that. All right. So look, that's really what we have now in terms of information on this. It's very concerning. A person got killed, and there were people who got shot. I don't know how many right now. I'm hoping that it turns out that those people other people who got shot were maybe like lightly injured or graze injuries or whatever, but we just don't know. So, anyways, we are going to be covering the memorial tomorrow. President Trump will be there speaking, and we will have coverage of it. And if you'd like, you can tune in and join us tomorrow. I will probably be coming on at least around like 1 p.m. Eastern time, like an hour before the memorial. But I really do appreciate you guys being here for this live stream. And a big thanks. A lot of you have been sending me updates and helping me with information you're hearing. We had some local people as well. And so just trying to bring you the latest updates here. But I appreciate people's help in letting me read your comments and sending me your messages. Hold on a second here. Let me just do this. Okay. So I will certainly keep an eye on this. If I see updates tonight, I'll post it on my X account, which is @Lookner on X. You can follow me there for updates. You can see right here. Oops, you'll see it in a second. @Lookner on X. Yeah, maybe we'll do more coverage of this if there's a press conference and it doesn't conflict with something else. But again, I really do appreciate you being here, and thoughts with everybody in Nashua and elsewhere impacted by this. Also, hang on a second here. Oh, if you want, you can, if you'd like, you can subscribe to and follow the channel Agenda Free TV. We cover all kinds of live breaking news. Agenda Free TV, we cover all kinds of live breaking news without an agenda. And I would suggest turning on notifications, because I never know when big news is going to happen. This being an example, so I can't tell you in advance every time we're coming on the air, but if you do have the notifications turned on, they're free, and you get sent a message every time we're going live, so you don't miss a stream. The mods will post the link to the notifications in the chat, and also you can find that link in the description of this broadcast on YouTube and Facebook. I really, really appreciate our moderators. They are awesome. They're the reason that we can have chat rooms. We did another stream earlier today, so the moderators have been here for both streams. Thanks, Robert's May Queen over there on YouTube right now, and all of our other YouTube moderators. Thank you so much. And our Twitch moderators, like 13 Alamo, DeBears, LB Prairie Dawn, Idaho Star, I Got That Fire, Matthew Kohai 3, and Sarah, and all of our other Twitch moderators as well. Our Facebook moderators, thanks very much. People like Kay Lowry Body and Paul Anderson, Margaret Riley, Shannon Davis Hughes, and
all of our other Facebook moderators, Linda Belk, Larry, and Misha on X, thank you. And thanks to everybody for supporting the channel. I really appreciate it. That's what allows the channel to exist. I tried to thank people when I could. Keller Fam, thank you. Sophia, Captain Jerry Donnelly, Truth and Honor. A couple of viewers messaged me about other shootings going on. So we don't cover every shooting here. So at this point, I'm going to wrap this up. I haven't even eaten today, to be honest. I had breakfast. I was going to eat right after the last stream, and then this happened right away. So I got to get off the air and get something to eat. But if I see big news, I can post about it on my X account. If there's something super big, I can come on the air later and do another live stream. So I'm sorry I can't get to those things. But thank you for messaging me with the news tips. Thanks also Kevin N. and Harris Clips as well. Hopefully I thanked everybody or most people. I tried to. But sorry for the delay in doing that. It's just the nature of the stream was kind of difficult to get to it early on. Also, Who Shot JR and CC and Chef Boyardee over there on Twitch, thank you. We have a chat. You can chat with other viewers when we're not on the air on Discord. It's free. A number of our viewers like doing that. Check it out if you'd like. It's the same link as the free notifications link. And thanks so much to our Discord moderators for all you do, our Discord moderators. Thank you to Broadcastify for letting me use their scanner. And also Flight Radar 24 for allowing, and ADSB Exchange for allowing, FlightRadar24.com and ADSBExchange.com for allowing me to check out their flight trackers. And another way to find out when we're live that I would recommend, if you're on X, is to follow us on X at Agenda Free TV. I always post there when we're going live, and I post updates about the channel there at Agenda Free TV. One moment. Thank you, Billy Joe Drage. Billy says a wedding they'll never forget for all the wrong reasons. Yeah, look, I mean, obviously, you know, the most important thing is the people who were shot, right? But it's terrible also that these people were having a wedding, and not just that the wedding reception stopped, but they had this shooting going on, which I'm sure was incredibly traumatic for everybody there. So as the person being interviewed said, hopefully they can have another reception at some point. But yeah, thoughts with everybody who was there. I mean, you know, people hearing gunshots and having people shot, just terrible. So, but we don't know much about this person who did this right now and about the circumstances, so we'll wait and see what the authorities have to say. Thank you, Billy Joe. If you do watch on YouTube, I would suggest turning on the YouTube notifications, another good way to find out when we're live. It's a bit tricky. If you're watching on YouTube, YouTube notifications, you got to subscribe to the channel, then click the notifications bell, and then choose all notifications. Yeah, you know, I didn't hear, I think the guy interviewed, you can rewind and watch it, I think he was the DJ, but we didn't catch the start of the interview. But it sounded to me like he was the DJ, and he gave a DJ name. I think he might have been the DJ for the wedding. John Maynard says, I live in Nashua, New Hampshire, but I'm okay. Stay, you know, again, thoughts, especially with everybody in New Hampshire. I appreciate local people messaging in during the broadcast with their perspective and what they had heard about this and what they knew about the country club and all that. And we don't even know that the person knew anyone there. Unbelievable. Oh, and I will point out, the person interviewed, who I think was the DJ, said he thought that the person who hit the shooter over the head with a chair saved lives. Remember, apparently, the person who did it was interviewed by 7 Boston. They said they hit him over the head with a chair and somebody else tackled the shooter. So if those people didn't do that, more people could have gotten shot. Hang on a second here. Intel Point Alert found a clip of the witness who said they heard Free Palestine. As I mentioned, we heard a witness who said the person was saying lots of different things and seemed weird. So I don't want to start drawing conclusions about a motive right now. Police have not offered a motive, so we'll just have to see. But you can go to Intel Point Alert on X. Great job by Intel Point Alert posting updates tonight, by the way. And you can look at the clip there. Hold on one second here. I was trying to listen to the clip myself. The witness said that the shooter said, the children are safe and free Palestine. I don't know. I don't know what to make of it. We'll wait and see what authorities say. Also, hey, thanks so much to our Twitch subscribers. I very much appreciate it. Everybody who subscribes over there and supports the channel, like Matthew Kohai 3, Wall Street and Shaggy, Jack's Animals, Stunned in the North, Da Bears, Distant Galaxy, Billy Joe, and KC Ninjet. Thank you. Yumi B, I'll say Yumi B. Thank you. And also Savage Beastie for your support on Twitch. And all of our other subscribers over there, our Facebook subscribers, thank you so much for supporting the channel, like Robert Rial II, Jennifer Ellers, Kay Larry Body, Margaret Riley, Shannon Davis Hughes, Julie Cantrell Smith, and all of our other subscribers over there, Chuck Mosca. Thank you. And our YouTube members such as Tanks-A-Lot, Ken Lance, Naomi Nocturnal, Betsy's Tag, Waltham, CAC813, Red Squirrel. Thank you, Sophia, by the way. I appreciate it. Thomas Tarwin, Mike J. Tanks-A-Lot. Did I say that already? CAC813. Some Italian guy, Sarah Belam. Lindsay, Megatron, Val Cargo, thanks for being members. Andrew McCamey. Noke Sukow, Makeup Professional, Mama 457 Rose, Captain Jerry Donnelly, Jeffrey Morales, Getchapul, Cogito Ergo Sum, My White Lie, Don, thanks for being members, Lena Lopez, Silent Hero, Megatron, Red Girl, and Ann Ryan, thanks for being a member, Ann Ryan. And Jelly Plane and UV Lightning and everybody else for watching. So I am going to wrap up this live stream. You've been watching our live coverage of a shooting at the Sky Meadow Country Club in New Hampshire. A man walked in and started shooting people. One person is dead, several shot and wounded, but we don't know how many. So we'll have to wait to hear what authorities say about that. One witness we heard said a man was killed and a woman was shot, but we don't know the exact numbers. And thank you also, Sophia. I appreciate that, Sophia. So let's hope that anybody else who was shot or hurt recovers quickly and is okay. And I will keep an eye out for more updates. All right, so that is it for right now. Thank you for watching our coverage, and thank you again to our moderators. We will see you soon with more live breaking news coverage right here at Agenda Free TV.